So the Atomic Shop may seem cut and dry, but there are a lot of tips and tricks and things that you may not know about the Atomic Shop that you really want to know. So stay tuned. So, like I was saying, the Atomic Shop may seem really cut and dry, but it really is not. And there's a lot of things in here that people don't realize. Even people that have been playing for like 2,000 or 3,000 hours, they might not realize that some of this stuff can be done in the Atomic Shop. So let's get into these tips and tricks. The first one is that you can come in here and change your logo or icon. So you can just go in here and pick any of the icons that you own. Of course, you can also buy some. They're always available to buy. There are special ones that are not available to buy, but you just come in and pick your icon and you can be on your way. But this is how you do that. A lot of players don't realize that, and sometimes they automatically default, like if you get a new one in a pack or if you unlock a free one from the Atomic Shop, they have it for the free monthly or weekly thing. You unlock it and automatically assigns it. Basically, you may not know how to fix it. You may think that's, what it's supposed to be. But if you look around, almost everybody will have the exact same icon when a new icon comes out because it's by accident, especially if it's free. So that is number one. Number two, you can look for single items. Yes, single items. So these are the featured items right here. And let's say you want something specifically, like maybe I want the Old Glory fireplace, but it's not in the Fire Hazard bundle. Now, not every item that is in a bundle can be bought separately, but the thing is it's always good to check. Case in point is that new electrical system they came out with where you don't have to use the cords and it generates electricity to the camp without wires. Those things came in a bundle. Actually came in a couple different bundles, but there was a third option that most people didn't see, and it was only 150 atoms, and they could have saved a whole lot of atoms if they had just paid attention or knew this tip or trick or watched my video where I went over this. But basically what you do is you just go over to bundles here. Like these are the bundles that may not even be in the shop, but they're always here, or they're featured for the month or something like that. Like I feel like the Armory Weapon Paint bundle is always there for Fallout First, but there's a couple other ones that kind of feel like that they're always in here. It seems like the Cabin bundle comes up in here often. So if you're ever looking for a bundle that just doesn't seem like it's available, make sure you check down here. A lot of times it will be full price, but it is still available. Now for Fallout First members, you can go over and you can actually change your tent from here as well. So make sure that you do that. You can pick any of the tents that you own through here and just set it. So you just put a checkbox beside it and that will be the tent that you throw down. But you do need to own it in order to change it, and you will not be able to see these unless you own them. Alright, let's continue down. So here is like the Executioner's outfit that you can buy, but you need to roll through these because sometimes the one that you want to buy separately will not actually be at the top. And the same thing goes for the skins and stuff. So like this one right here is not on sale. Camouflage paints, but there it is. See, I own a bunch of these, but there's the Heartbreaker paints. I don't know if there'll be any more in here or not that I don't own that I could possibly buy, because I do have a lot. I've been playing for a long time and the scoreboard gives you so many. And then just keep on going. Here are the shelters and such. Like here's the Vault Server Room shelter, the Toxic Wasteland shelter, the Vault Storage shelter, the Forbidden Dig site. See, all these are still available, and a lot of people don't realize that they are still here and you can still buy them. The Toxic Wasteland shelter is fantastic, by the way. I definitely would suggest picking that one up. It is a lot bigger than the Flatland shelter. They look to be about the same size, but they are not, unfortunately. This is where you equip your emotes. So you'll need to go through and just equip those. You can also buy emotes down here. Now the ones that are super special, like the Raider Salute and stuff like that, every once in a while they will become available through here that you can buy them separately and not in a bundle. 95% of the time it is in a bundle though. But if you're ever looking for one, this is a good place to go. And if you ever have ones that aren't equipped, you need to come down here and make sure that you equip them. If you have just too many and you don't like some of them, you can unequip them here as well. And then on top of that, let's go up to skins real quick. You can also change your loot bag through here. So this is the bag that you drop on death or when you drop presents. Now you can actually make it either one. So you can do both drop bag and death bag, or you could do just the drop bag if you want. You can do that for all of these. You can choose 2 if you like. Like right now I'm using death bag as popcorn and my drop bag is a jack-o'-lantern, and that's just what I would like to do. So this is the way to do that. You cannot change your backpacks or anything like that, but you can change the loot bag. Now, as far as your camp and stuff goes, there's one other thing that you can actually change in here, and this may take me a hot second to find, as there's so much stuff. So there's that old glory fire. Here's the atomic roller machine down here that you can get separately. Fancy bar back stool, fancy bar stool, fancy round table, like all that stuff. Here's the budding apothecary still available. I had no idea that this was still available, and there it is. But anyway, what you're looking for is your camps. Now your camp is the actual thing that you place to put down your camp. These things look like everything else, but when you find one, here they are, Raider Camp and Settler Camp, you can actually change the color or the skin of your camp through here. So you just click it, and every single time I put down a new camp, it will be the Settler Camp paint. If I wanted it to be the Raider Camp paint, I just would pick that one. Now these came in a bundle, so most players probably will not have it. I do know that there's a couple people that have a pretty rare one that's like orange or something. I would love to get my hands on that one, but it was some type of 1 week special or 1 day special before I started playing, or I just missed it and didn't want to buy it. I don't know which one it was, but either way, this is how you change the color or skin of your camp. Now, if for some reason you happen to accidentally buy something, and I mean accidentally buy it, like you just want to go in and you want it to look at something in the atomic shop, and for whatever reason you thought that you could look at it and instead it bought it for you, like every once in a while that will happen. You'll click on something thinking you can see these pictures and it will just automatically buy it. Or maybe you bought something and it's not what you thought it was. Well, you can get a refund for that, and it's very simple. You just back out of the atomic shop and go down to customer support and then say, I have a problem with the atomic shop, and you can go ahead and go through here and do it. And if not, you can also go to Bethesda.net and file your ticket there, and they are quick to take that item away and to give you back your items. So as long as you're not expecting to keep it, you can get your refund. Now the last thing I'm going to tell you that you need to know 100%, now there's one extra step at the end of this that you guys will not want to miss. But if you for some reason are getting ready to buy something and you're unsure of what it does, you need to be aware to read the description. Now, like this guy, it says everything pink bundle, so it says it comes with the power armor paint. Where is it at? The Heartbreaker power armor. It doesn't tell you anything else about it. Nothing, right? So you just buy it. Well, it's also down here, and it's down here for a reason, because you need to come down here and read. The power armor can only be equipped to Excavator, Raider, T45, T51, T60, T65, Ultra Titan, XO1. It tells you the exact power armors that it can be applied to. Every once in a while, one of them is not listed, and it does work, but that is not the case. So Bethesda has said if it doesn't say it, then you need to assume that it does not work on your power armor. If it does happen to work on one like Union and it's not listed, then that is a plus for you. But don't buy it, trying to put it on Union power armor and it doesn't have it listed. Also, if it doesn't have a jetpack listed, then it doesn't include a jetpack paint. So don't assume any of that as well. That is another big no-no. That is one of Bethesda's rules. If it doesn't say jetpack, then just assume that it is not included, because people will get it thinking that it's going to change the jetpack color, but it does not. So do not ever assume that. So the last thing I'm going to go over is one where you have to get on the internet. This is by far one of the most hidden and secret details about the Atomic Shop, and that is just because it's not in the Atomic Shop doesn't mean that you can't get it. But it also doesn't mean, like most people will tell you, that you can get anything, because that is also a falsehood. So let's go ahead and get into how you'll get it. You need to go to Bethesda.net. Then you'll want to go over and select support, so help site. It should take you to a screen that looks like this. You'll want to select Fallout 76. You will need to be signed in, by the way. It will ask you to sign in if you haven't already. You'll then want to choose billing purchase code. You'll have to select whichever platform you're trying to buy the item for. So if you have multiple accounts, make sure you get the right one. And then you want to go to I need help with the Atomic Shop. Next, you'll want to choose yes, because it's asking, are you inquiring about obtaining or gifting an item for the Atomic Shop? It says, I want to purchase an Atomic Shop item for myself. Click on that. Now, it will go back in again and ask you to select your stuff here. Now, big big thing is that you'll need to have the atoms in your account to actually purchase the item. But they did make it so that way they email you and get your permission for the atoms. So you tell them when you have the atoms available, but you only have, I think, 4 days to actually complete the email. You tell them, hey, I have, this many atoms. Yes, you can deduct them from my atoms. So what you'll do is just select your platform again, and then you'll want to put in your gamer tag for that platform. And then just go down through it says pick the item you'd like to have from the list below. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You need to know the name and or the bundle that the item comes in. But as you can see, there's not everything in here. Like, there's a couple things I'd like to have, but it's definitely not in here. They'll probably never be in the Atomic Shop. But still, like, a bunch of the newer stuff isn't in there. Easter Bundle, Easter Rabbits, Electro Fireplace, a Fez, Fire Chief Bundle, Fish Lamp. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. Holiday Emote Bundle, that's a big one that people like to have. I think Fajnot's got some stuff in here too. Yeah, Fajnot Mask Bundle, Mask Display, Collectron Station. So there's a bunch of things that you can actually get without having to actually have them in the Atomic Shop. Anyway, you'll want to pick out the items that you want and then push submit, and then they'll email you shortly after that and ask you if you have the atoms in your account, and if you do, you have to give them permission. So I purchased an item. I have not gotten it yet, but I did just realize that they emailed me. So what did you guys think? Did you learn something new? Did I forget something? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and sub and share this video with all your friends. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I will see you in the wasteland. And a huge shout out to all my channel members, the Deathclaws. Thank you guys so much for being Deathclaws and having my back. I love you guys. I'd like to take a moment and welcome to the channel my newest Deathclaws, to the glowing Deathclaws, Lieutenant Warlike Wayne Hambides, Brooks Alex Valdez, Whiskey Tango, D3 Monix, Dragon 1229, a symbol I cannot pronounce, thank you though, Sam Leffingweld. So thank you so much for joining. I love you guys. Take care.